A lot is made out of your record, Virat Kohli's record, KL Rahul's record in knockout matches. Um, do you actually believe in the fact that this this is actually a statement on the quality of a player that they are not doing well in the so-called big matches? Do you is it actually a different game than any other game for you as a player? And do you think of yourself as any lesser as a player if you don't have a great record in a knockout match which comes once in a year or so?
I think knockout games are important. We do understand that it's a simple logic to it. Knockouts game because you get to play only once and there's only one opportunity to do well in that knockout game. But for us, I think what not just for me but for the players, what they've done in their entire career doesn't define them by just one knockout game. The entire year you work so hard to get where you want to and to do well in whichever format you play. So that one particular game is not going to decide that. I think it's important. We do understand the importance of knockout, but at the same time, it's also important to realize and understand, what sort of effort you've put in the entire year to come to that stage. For us as players, as a team, I think we can pride ourselves to be here at this point in time because we saw two of the quality teams which were knocked out, and anything can happen in this format. So for us, I think to be here at this point in time, I think we can take a lot of credit and pride ourselves in where we've come. But again, it's just a phase. It's just one phase of the tournament. We know there are two crucial phases of it. We do understand when you play this kind of tournament, you have to break it into parts, and we've done one part of it really well. There are two more parts to go, but tomorrow is going to be a one part of it where we have to play well to get the result. But yeah, I mean, specifically to talk about that, I think it's important to understand that knockout games are important, and you do well, it gives you that immense confidence. But we do not forget, what has happened in the past, what the players have done in the past, all the performances that they've put in for the team over the year. Um, you know, that one game cannot be dictating that. I think there's a lot of effort that goes into putting ourselves and playing for the country and getting those efforts, getting those runs, getting those wickets. So I really don't believe that one bad game in the knockout can truly define what kind of player you are.
Rohit, a good time for you to translate what you spoke about when you became captain, that you want to win titles for India?
Yeah, absolutely. It's an opportunity for us to come and do that. But we do understand it's been a long process for us, and we will stick to our process. I think it's important not to get ahead of ourselves. Um, and we do understand as well that we have to play good cricket to win that game, which I think we've done in this tournament. We just need to stick to it. I know we're long way away from it, but I think it's important to just understand that it's a contest between bat and ball, which we have to come on top with, and yeah, and stick to and trust what you've been doing so far. Yeah, I mean that's probably his nature. That's where it comes from. I think he's a very he's a sort of guy who just doesn't carry any baggages with him. Not his suitcases. I mean, he's got a lot of suitcases. Honestly speaking, he loves his shopping, but when it comes to carrying that extra pressure, extra baggages, I don't think he has that in him. And you can see that when he plays. And it's not like he's played a couple of tournaments like that. He's been playing like that for a year now, and it shows. And you can judge the kind of character he is, and he likes to play like that. And if you've I don't know if you've heard him talk in interviews. I mean, he likes to bat in a similar fashion, whether we are 10 for 2 or 100 for 2. He likes to go out and express himself. And that's probably the reason he was in the team in the last World Cup. Although we didn't have a great World Cup, but I mean, looking at what he's done in the entire year from that World Cup onwards, as we say, sky is the limit for him. But yeah, he's shown great maturity as well. He's taken pressure from a lot of the guys, the way he plays, and it rubs off on the other guys as well when they bat around him. And yeah, I mean, he do understand his game pretty well, and he do understand, what the bowler is trying to do when he's batting. So it's a collective of everything. He understands. He likes playing on the big ground. He hates playing on small grounds, as he told me once. He doesn't like the smaller boundaries, smaller grounds, because he can't see the gaps. And I believe that he likes to see big gaps, and that's where his strength is. The first part is obviously, I was hit yesterday, yes, but it seems to be fine now. There was a little bruising, but it's absolutely fine now. Between Pant and DKC, I said it before the last game as well. Rishabh was the only guy who didn't get to play on this tour at all, except the 2 games that we played in Perth. That was our unofficial practice game. But since then, he hasn't had a hit, and he was the only guy who was missing some game time. So we wanted to give him some time and have some options as well, whether if we want to make changes in the semis or the finals, we should be able to do that. And it'll be unfair to just bring the guy from nowhere and make him play the game. So that was the thought. But again, at the same time, we've told the guys right from the beginning that everyone needs to be ready for whichever game that they have to play, whether it's semis, final, league games. They got to be ready for it. But yeah, I mean, it was a little tactical as well, considering we were not knowing which team we will be playing in the semis before that Zimbabwe game. So we wanted to just give a left-hander an opportunity to counter some of the spinners who bowl in the middle for New Zealand and England. That was the thought, and we thought Rishabh was the guy for us to go and give him some time as well. But again, what is going to happen tomorrow, I think I won't be able to tell you right now. But both of the keepers will be in play for sure.